ground?
No.
Oh, can I tell you a story?
Yes,
First
tell
of
me
all,
the story.
come meet people.
Hello,
This is
people.
Ayana.
Hello.
Ayana is my glorious, glorious audiobook engineer. Very exciting. Okay, so the story is a man is walking to work, and every day he finds himself falling into this hole.
Okay.
And so he gets into the hole. He's like, oh, crap, I'm here again.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I guess I just need to try a bit harder to get myself out. And eventually he gets himself out of the hole quicker and quicker and quicker, and that's all well and good. And then the next, maybe a couple of months later, he's walking to work and he sees the hole now, but he still walks into it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, well, I know what to do. So he gets
Mhm.
himself out of the hole real quick. Okay, good. Then he's, this goes on for another couple of months. Then a couple of months after that, he's like, okay, well, I see the hole. I'm going to walk around the hole. But he still falls in the hole because there's not enough room to walk around it, right?
Mhm.
Okay, no harm, no foul. I know how to get out of the hole. I'm going to get out of the hole. This goes on for a couple more months.
Mhm.
Now it's the next year.
Mhm.
He's on his way to work. He decides to go a different route. It's not your fault what happens to us.
Yeah.
It is your responsibility to fix it.
Yes. Oh, gosh.
That's one of my favorite stories.
I love that one. And how many times are we just walking through the hole because we know how to get out of it instead of saying, well, there could be a different way. Not even just a better way, but just a different way.
Yeah. There's that whole thing of like, better the devil you know than the fear of the unknown.
Mm.
But it's like the other route may have more holes, that's true. But you know how to get out of holes. So
Right.
trust yourself. Don't trust the branches, trust your wings.
Oh,
you know what I
my
mean?
God. Oh,
And
I like that
then
one.
I stole that from my friend. But yeah, but then, like if you know how to get the hole, cool, then just try a different route and trust that you can get out of the hole. But there also just might not be a hole.
Yeah.
There might be a mountain. There might be a pot of gold. You don't know.
Mhm.
Anyways, that's my motivational speech
Oh,
for today.
gosh.
Thank you. Let's
Nice.
get into the Q&A.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay. So we just did chapter 3.
Yes. Of mental health sounds like this.
Yes. And what I'm coming away with is sitting with your emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Something that comes to mind for me, coming from AA, your feelings are not facts.
Facts. I agree.
Feelings are not facts. That is a very hard thing to convince people of. I know it's hard for me to like convince myself of it. So it almost happened for me anyway, and I know for a lot of other people in recovery, like it's an aha moment that I don't have to go through that hole.
Right.
I don't have to go through that hole. That hole is not the end all be all factual only way to get there.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder, do you remember or do you know what the aha moment was for you when you knew that sitting with your emotions is not going to be this damaging thing and it could possibly be healing or on your way to healing?
So there were 2 key moments. The first was, and let me set the scene for you a little bit. The year that my surrogate brother died from a diabetic complication was the same year that my surrogate father died from alcohol abuse, which was the same year that my ex-boyfriend unalived himself while high on mescaline, which was the same year as my dog dying from a brain tumor. And this was after, an entire life led of brain surgery and medical trauma and abuse and sexual assault and fill in the blanks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my own struggles with addiction. And I somehow landed this job working at a radio station as the advertising and sponsorship coordinator for a community access station. And my boss, still one of the best humans I know in the world, said something along the lines of, "You need to introduce yourself to other music that isn't angsty rock." And I was like, excuse you. Of course, he then introduced me to Jill Scott, which, I mean,
Mm.
right. But so that was kind of like the first seed that was planted.
Mhm.
The second seed, the main seed, the main next seed that was planted was when my guitarist, still to this day, one of my best friends of my then rock band Static Era, um, we were doing a lot of songwriting sessions together, and he would just help me to kind of embellish and improve on the songs I was already writing. But again, to preface my previous boss, they were all stuck in this angsty girl rock mentality.
Mhm.
So he then planted the seed of, what if you could write your way out of this?
Mhm.
What if instead of staying stuck in the fight, you write the fight song to ensure your success? And that kind of, hit a nerve. And then the third seed was, I was really broken. You know, I think it's really easy for people to look at happy people and assume that because we give so much of ourselves to the world in a positive way, that we don't have anything going on in our own personal
Mhm.
lives. You're nodding your head like you're picking up what I'm putting
Yes.
down. So,
Because we act as if.
right, right. And total side note here, but I just finished binge watching the heck out of Ted Lasso.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
No.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. His character, very much like me in human form. Like, obviously, he's a white dude, but very overtly positive, very overtly like cheesy and
Mhm.
goofy and whatever. Um, but he breaks at one point and goes to therapy, and the therapist is like, "What happened? Why are you like this?"
Mhm.
And he goes, "Well, my dad committed suicide, and I want to make sure that every interaction I have ensures that that never happens again to those people around me."
Mm.
And that is what happened to me when I was 19.
Mhm.
That year that my dog died, my surrogate father died, my surrogate brother died, and my ex boyfriend unalived himself. That was the year I decided I wanted to do everything I could in my power
Mhm.
to never, ever, ever let somebody into my energy field without recognizing that they matter, that their voices matter,
Mhm.
that what they have to say matters,
Yep.
that they have the ability to not write their fight song, but get out of the fight song,
Mhm.
you know? So that was it for me. And that helped me to give up my alcohol and drug addictions. That helped me to, get healthy, go back to the gym
Mhm.
and do things that fill my cup and write music that fills me as opposed to denigrates me.
Yeah. Something that serves your soul.
And mind, body, spirit,
Yes.
everything.
Yeah.
My mental health, my physical health, my spiritual health, my emotional health, my social health.
Mhm.
Because the more positive messaging I was putting out, guess what? The more positive people were finding me.
Right. And that makes me think about, we had talked about this before, off camera and off. Did I even record this?
I
We're
don't know.
recording it here though.
I am recording it here.
So that reminds me of, we were talking about private lessons.
Yes.
When we do private lessons, they're almost never just private lessons, especially when they're with adults, because adults come with more
Mm-hmm.
behind them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm thinking, it's like uh, you sit with the emotion, and then you have the emotion, and now you're in this. It's like, okay, we think we're just going to do, oh, here's how you use your voice, but no, it's not just how I'm using my voice or any artistic expression. You're going to a salsa class, you're going as a person who might have not moved your body before because you're
Yeah.
afraid of someone looking at you, someone who has commented on your dancing, someone who has said something to you, or something you have said to yourself, which is even worse,
Mhm.
you know? Um, and it, and I know that for other songwriters or people who want to dive into this work of songwriting to heal, that could be some like, uh, well, I tried to write a song before, but it wasn't really good, or I sang it for somebody else, so it's not only just having the emotions, but then there's the emotions behind the actual process.
Yeah.
So now we're starting to get into the meat of the work. I'm
I'm
excited for chapter 4,
excited.
and here we
Yes.
go. Woo, woo. All right.
I hope we were recording that.
You recorded it on
I'm
that.
recording it on here. Does that mean that you'll get
Yeah.
my audio?
Yeah.
Cool.
You could just send it to like as a video somehow.
Love it. Love it.